Alrighty, Dino Mighty. Thanks for stopping by. Let's stick with this topic of how to van life. So, if you got a phobia about cutting a hole in your roof for your fan, like I did, you don't have to cut a hole in your roof for anything. You can just cut the back glass out. It's super simple. All you need is a box cutter and some WD-40 to spray on the blade, and it'll cut through that rubber putty that holds the glass on. And then you can go to Home Depot and get some of this diamond plate aluminum. And I decided to paint mine. You don't really have to. And just screw it right on to the door where the glass was. Here's a shot from the inside. I didn't paint the inside of the aluminum. You can see it's still shiny aluminum. But I used 2 sheets so it's thicker, and yeah, get it at Home Depot. You can see up top there where the screws come through the aluminum and into the metal of the door frame. And it's just big self-cutting screws. That's all it is. And then you'll want to caulk up or silicone up around the outside of it, make a good bead so it doesn't leak. Oh, and that hatch cover there is just generic, and it was so much cheaper, and it still works. You just screw it on or zip tie it on. And there's no holes in this roof, even for the panel mounts. I just bought cheap ladder racks. They mount to the gutter. No drilling there. And then I attached the panels, I've showed you this part before, with stainless steel zip ties. They've been up there for a long, long time. I check them about every month, and they're still tight. They're not going anywhere. I use 3 stainless steel zip ties per corner. You see those 2 corners there. Pan around and show you these 2. And that's it. You just tighten those zip ties down with some needle nose pliers. You just twist it till it gets tight, then snip it off. Did every panel the same way. Absolutely no drilling in the roof of this van. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Let's jump up here and show you the top view. No holes in this roof. What scared me so much is I know a few people who put their fan, cut the hole in, put the fan on the roof, and everything was great for a few weeks, and then it started to leak. And then they had to go back and add some putty and caulk and all that stuff, and it worked for a while. Then it started to leak again a few months later. I didn't want to do that. And I just bring the wires from the solar panels down through here on this corner. Behind this plastic piece, there is a hole already drilled for you from the factory on these Chevy and GMC vans. Just take that screw out, and that screw out. Just pop that plastic piece off, and you'll see a hole with some little rubber louvers already over it for waterproofing. And there's my cables coming in. And I just, attached them to that plank that goes all the way down the sidewall, all the way up to my charge controllers. So no drilling for that either. Absolutely no drilling. Now, I've never had a leak. And I guess I never will, because there's nothing up there for the water to seep through. So there's my propane tank. A couple years ago, I quit using the little green bottles because they got so expensive and so scarce. This is way cheaper. I just go to Tractor Supply and get it refilled. And that's my e-bike under this tarp. I had to run into town earlier today, and I didn't want to load it up, so I took a chance on just covering it up with the tarp and leaving it. Hopefully it wouldn't get stolen, and it didn't. Out of sight, out of mind. So the rest of the day, I'm going to tinker on, straightening up the van. It is a total wreck in there. I would show you, but it is a bit embarrassing. Camping out in the desert all the time, it's just every day you get a coat of dust. Every day. So there's my rig. It's about as simple as it comes. But you know what the great thing is? It's paid for. I have 0 debt. And I'm out here having fun, living the dream. And it's relaxing, and it's a load of stress off my shoulders. Having a simple, no frills rig, but also no debt. None of the debt that goes with a big fancy schmancy rig. So let's end on a funny story. When I was in the grocery store today, the guy in front of me was checking out, and the clerk said, "Is that going to be it?" The guy said, "Yep." And she said, "Okie dokie." And he replied with artichokey. It's just funny little things like that happen in your day. That'll stick with me, and I'll start using that saying from here on out probably. Okie dokie artichoke. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.